What is happening, everybody? Coming to you tonight on a special Zoom. This is the first of its kind series for our 90-day run. So tonight we are kicking off the Saturday special guest interview. So I have the privilege and honor of getting to host a Zoom tonight. We are going to be talking with Shelley Hobbs, who is a rank 8 pro champ here at Prove It with us. She comes from Phoenix, Arizona, so she's 3 hours behind us. And what's really cool is I've met Shelley through our corporate events, and we just kind of chit-chat here and there, and she does a lot of things differently than my team because we're two different people. Like, she coaches different. She has a different social media. She has a different fitness following. Like, the cool thing is like, I'm a rank 7, she's a rank 8, but, like, I'm not sitting here comparing my journey, my business to Shelley's. But, like, I think it's really cool when we can come together. And it's not that we're trying to train each other or train each other's teams. So whenever she starts giving you like her social media to follow her on, what I'm really asking you to do is to not go and follow her and then start DMing her for coaching and advice. She has her own business to run. She doesn't need 30 people from my team in her inbox asking her questions. We're going to drop tons of content here. I've already asked her. She's going to come back as another special guest another week. So you'll have plenty of time to learn different things from Shelley. So tonight's topic is going to be how to expand your network as part of this business. Like she said when we talked before the call, she said she started her business with 173 people on Facebook. She knew that she wasn't going to build her business to the size that she wanted to with 173 friends, family members, people from church, friends from high school, stuff like that. That wasn't going to be a big enough audience, nor did she want to stalk her friends and family down to get started as a customer or in business with her. So without me saying any more, Shelley, how are you tonight?
I'm awesome. Thanks for having me on. I'm just super excited to train your team and talk about the things I'm passionate about and that everyone can do what I'm about to share. I'm super excited.
Awesome. Yeah. So take a quick minute because we are going to watch the clock here. Just tell us a little bit about your background, a little bit about fitness. I know you're like a fitness extraordinaire. Just tell us a little bit about your journey. Like, how did you get to where we're at today? And like, what's that look like?
Yes, I love it. Okay. So I've been with Prove It for 2 years now. I've been drinking ketones for 2 years. I've been a Prove It promoter for 2 years, but I didn't start with Prove It, you guys. So that's the kind of the thing that where I am today, I've been doing this a long time. From when I found this, I was like, this is the gold mine of gold mines. This is exactly the dream come true business. So I would say my journey really started, I mean, literally I'm in my 40s, but I have been in 9 network marketing businesses, you guys. I don't even think I ever told you that, Nick. So this is my 9th. Okay, so I've had a lot of experiences. I got a lot of notches in my belt to show me what I like, what I didn't like, what worked, what didn't work. Everything's an experience. I really don't believe in failures. All experience, as long as you use it to go forward. So, but I would say really kind of my journey really started about 9 years ago when I kind of got into online marketing, and I kind of used my corporate skill sets after I had babies to kind of get into the network marketing world. And then I found a company that I really fell in love with. And really, I like to say they find us, right? So that company found me. I kind of say Prove It and Ketones found me. It's like when you're open to opportunities like that, they come your way. You focus on the what, and then the how starts showing up. So I was a Team Beachbody coach. From 2013 to 2017, I fell in love with fitness. It really changed my life. From a mental health and wellness perspective, is the first time I ever took care of myself. And so I really fell in love with that, but I fell in love with helping people. And so from there, I kind of ran into a plateau in my wellness journey, went to a naturopath. She turned me onto the keto diet, from just kind of, everything about the keto diet. And then Prove It and Ketones started finding its way into my life. I knew some people started using ketones. I was watching for 6 months. I didn't believe what it could do. I also didn't know what it could do. So I decided to use myself as my own best experiment. when I get excited, my vein starts to pop here. So I drank my very first ketones, my very first day Orange Dream, and I fell in love. It was like a magic carpet ride. And I was like, is this really for real? So I was a very tired mom, always chasing the ball of energy, could never get enough under me, over caffeinating myself, like taxing my adrenal glands, and just, I was a hot mess. But when I started using ketones, I was not a hot mess. And I was like, there's something here. So literally, and I know we didn't really chat about this, but I literally made the decision to leave what I was doing to come over here. Now, I will tell you guys, when I started that previous business, I had 173 Facebook friends. I was super shy. I had no social media, nothing. Like high school friends, past coworkers, friends, and family. But I also knew I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to go do what Nick does, what you guys do. Like, it impresses me beyond how you guys build. It's so, so cool. And so I learned how to do social media, how to make it work for me 24/7, because I was very shy. And through that shyness and just being myself on social media, and I'm going to give you guys some amazing tips to expand your network. I took my little Facebook personal page to, now I'm capped out at 5,000. Every day I got to go in there and find some people that I want to let loose so I can let in some new people, right? And then now I have a Facebook page, Shelley Fit Empowered Mom. But I love my Instagram page, which is Shelley Fit Empowered Mom. And I started that handle just as my own affirmation of, this is who I want to be. I want to be a fit, empowered mom for my kids. And everything started growing from there. I was passionate about my health and wellness. I used my social media platform as my means for showing up every day, because I knew if I kept showing up, that it would inspire and empower other people. But I also knew I wouldn't give up on me, right? It was a sort of psychological accountability thing. I turned it into a business. I turned it into like a legit business and income where I get to help so many people, and it really is a dream come true. So that's kind of how I got started. So when I left that and I came over to Prove It, you know, this wasn't my first rodeo. So I always like to tell people, when I went rank 8 so quickly, I had already had a foundation and kind of knew what I was doing. But you know what I didn't know? I didn't know how you guys build. I didn't know how to do that in my business yet. I learned a lot of that here in Prove It, and I'm still learning. And that's why I love collaborating with people like Nick and you guys, because we bring different pieces of how we can integrate and build our businesses and build our teams and expand our network. So here we are today talking about social media, and so there's like 22,000 people on my Instagram that followers. That's pretty awesome, right? And so I'm going to talk about Instagram. So long story short, when I started Instagram, it really wasn't because I was like, oh, Instagram is, I got shut down by Facebook. And I thought, well, I can't just play in one space. I'm going to go over here to Instagram and figure it out. So if you guys are on Instagram, awesome. If you're not, I encourage you to get on there, because the things I'm about to show you, how to expand your network, like there's a ton on Instagram too. I'm sorry, Facebook, but Instagram is just so huge, and the audience is different over there. Here's what I love about Instagram. It's a visual platform. People are already posting. So anyone that you get who becomes a customer with you or a promoter, that's a hurdle you don't have to jump over, right? Where a lot of people where I meet on Facebook, they're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to post anything. So there's a whole different audience aspect. People love to share their life on Instagram. You've already got that covered, whether they're a customer or a promoter with you. And people are a lot more inclined to want to spend their money with you if they know, like, and trust you. And they're a lot more easygoing. So it's a lot easier to create a connection. So that's how I got here, and I'm excited where we're going. I love helping people, and we're going to get right into the Instagram stuff. Do you have any questions, Nick, from that? Or
Nope. No, that's great. Keep rolling. You're on fire. And
okay.
Let's try and keep it to 10 minutes. Well, that'll put us right at 20 minutes. So
Awesome.
How about it?
Man, I know how to talk. Okay, I actually printed some stuff off because this is something that I have for my team as well. But this is what I call expand your network on Instagram. I call it the IG10. Okay, so you can do this 1 time per day, or you can do it 2 to 3 times per day. You can do it 4 times per day. But think of it this way. A lot of people look at the whole mountain. They're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get there? Just take little tiny steps. So I'm actually going to read this because there's specific instructions for how to go find people. This is so important, you guys. And then I'm going to tell you how to have them find you. So I do this about 4 times per day. And it just takes me about 5 minutes every single time. So I call it the IG-10. So first you're going to go to the magnifying glass, and that's on the bottom. And then you're going to do a search for your area. So I'm specifically talking right now about how to grow your local network, because I know you guys do that really well. And here's how you can do it better. So search for your area. So like my area is Peoria, Arizona, or I can do Scottsdale, Arizona, or Glendale, Arizona, right? Any of those surrounding areas in your area. Okay, then you're going to find in the top, it says top, tags, accounts, and places. Those are all places where you can go start scrolling through. You're judging a book by its cover here. And a lot of times I look for people, women who look like me. There's something about that. So if you find that there's people that look like you or have a lifestyle like you, right? I'm a mom with 2 kids. I have a 9 and 11-year-old. I enjoy fitness as part of my life. Not everyone has to enjoy fitness. I enjoy keto. So all the kind of things that I enjoy, I look for people like that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to scroll. And as soon as you find something that stops your scroll, which by the way, maybe we can do another training on scroll stopping posts, because that's what we need to be having in our posts. You can go look at mine. They're not always all scroll stopping, but I try my best. So what you're going to do, so let's see if you find someone. And so what you're going to do is you're going to click on their account and you're going to follow them. The second step is you're going to find 3 photos that you can like. And then the third step is you're going to comment on one of those photos, a genuine comment, not just emojis, but something that you can relate to, right? Oh my gosh, I have Australian cattle dogs too. They are the best. They're so super smart. What's going to happen, the natural human inclination is they're going to come over to your account, they're going to look, and they're going to follow you back. Now, what I like to do, and this is my own little script, you guys can create your own. This is my hey girl. I'm like, hey girl, great to connect with you here on the gram. I love connecting with people in my same area. So cool. How long have you lived here? That is so powerful. That's an immediate icebreaker. All we're doing is connecting. Now, you do that to 10 people. You're going to get 10 people following you back. You can go do that 2, 3, 4 more times a day. I've timed myself. It takes about 20 minutes because I'm very efficient at it now, right? So imagine, I know Gary Vaynerchuk used to spend 6, 7, 8 hours a day in Facebook groups, okay? So you can spend an hour a day expanding your network. I promise you it will be the best time spent. And then now when you're scrolling, now the next part of this is what I call the IG-10 follow. So in order for you to show up in people's newsfeed, you need to be engaging on their account. So I will literally open it up. I will put, so at least 10 people or 10 minutes. So I'll put a timer on my phone. I put a timer on my phone for all of my business activities to keep me on point. Otherwise we can go squirrel, right? And go crazy into doing something else. We're like, how did we get here? So I'll put a timer on my phone for say 10 minutes and I'll just do a whole scroll and I'll like, comment, like, comment, like, comment. Then the algorithms work as such. I don't know anything about that, but I do know when you engage with them, they will engage with you, and the more that you show up in their newsfeed, and that is what you want. Because here's what this comes down to. If I were to just have started with 173 people on my Facebook page, and I know I'm talking about Instagram, but if you just keep your Instagram at say 200 followers, you're just going to get the same interaction. However, the more you keep expanding and the more people that keep following you, the more eyeballs you have on your content. And the more content that you're putting out that is you, and we can talk another piece about sort of my 2-1-2 philosophy of what to post. You're going to be telling a story through your content, and they're going to be watching, and they're going to be, just kind of taking note. So when you come out with lifestyle tips, tricks, personal lifestyle, boom, an offer, right? You're inviting people to test drive ketones with you, or maybe you're talking about your business and you're inviting them to a promoter information call or something like that, or you're using one of the tools that Prove It has to invite them to. When you do all this other, posting that's sharing yourself and being real, and then you come out with what I like to call a big bang post, we can talk about that another call, then they're more inclined to be like, you know what, man, she's always liking and commenting on my stuff. She seems very personable, very approachable. and then they reach out to you. And that is literally the coolest thing. So if you focus on expanding your network and getting more eyeballs on your content, I promise you, I've been doing this for such a long time, that is going to change the face of your business. So you can do it locally, and you can even do it globally with brands and things that you like and things that you talk about. Like, I wear Fabletics clothes a lot. I do it on purpose. So I can talk about it and tag it and go find people who are also wearing it, and they see I'm wearing it. Then we start to connect and follow and talk, and more eyeballs on my content, more people who are interested in what I have to offer. Make sense? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought I was muted. But
Yeah, okay.
that's awesome. I wish I was taking notes right now. I'm trying to focus on getting a good recording. But so you say you have 22,000-ish?
22,000-ish on my Instagram. Yep.
Awesome. So let's talk IG story for a minute.
Yes.
I know you are super consistent. You drop your story like awesome, and I know you said it's just an intentional thing. Let's talk about Instagram stories for a minute.
Yeah.
And how you leverage that.
So the Instagram stories is the behind the scenes. This is where people really get to know you. This is where, like, when I wake up, it's how I wake up, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, I just woke up. Okay, here's my morning routine. I show people what I do, how I do it, totally impromptu. I don't plan on looking a certain way. And your stories will back up what your posts do. And by the way, I don't think that posts that look all fancy and perfect and the whole page is perfect, I don't think that that's the right way to do things, quite honestly. I think when you're more raw and real, people are like, yeah, they really feel that connection with you. So the stories piece, I have intention with what I'm doing, so I like to show them what I'm doing, and I'm always sort of dropping a hint about things. So I might be talking about my morning routine, and then I'll drop a hint about my ketones. Or I also have like story sequences saved in my phone called like Keto Reboot or Ketones Experience Packs. And I'll have like a sequence of like 10 posts that I'll drop or videos I've already done. But basically, it's kind of just my day-to-day routine and just a behind the scenes of everything that I do. And I try to be very, very intentional about that, whether it's my kids or my dogs, me, my family, fitness, food, how I mix up ketones. You guys cannot forget that there are people out there starting today saying, I think I want to eat keto, right? Or, I've heard about these pure therapeutic ketones. What are these? Or people haven't even heard about it. So we have to sometimes dial ourselves back and say, I forgot that one day when it was my first day and I wanted to know more. So we can always just keep it simple. We're always in education and teaching and information mode and just showing ourselves and our daily lifestyle. Because when you're walking the walk and you're talking the talk, I don't care where you are on your wellness journey, where you are in your business, people will be attracted to you because you're taking action. And that's what matters. And that you're consistent.
I love that. That's actually an epiphany aha moment here for me, is like I never really took time to think like in my Instagram story like to like dumb it down to like why you would start drinking ketones or how I got started drinking ketones or like the reason for it. That's brilliant. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Well, and that's why we do these things, right? And here's something you guys can put, like I do things for myself like a marketing calendar. So on Mondays, I like to talk about certain things. Tuesdays, was like literally every day I have it in my phone. So that way I can remember to be intentional. So on Mondays, I talk about what are ketones, how they work, how to mix them up. Here's another little tip, guys. Create a little notepad on your phone. Every single question that you get from someone about ketones, about keto, about the business, literally about anything, I want you to copy and paste it and put in your notepad. That is content that you can go talk about on your stories. You can create a post about it. Because now what you're doing is you're leaning into those questions. And I promise you, this excites me. You won't get objections after this, after you start doing this enough. And now you can be like, okay, Monday I'm going to talk about this, Tuesday. Yes, you can repeat yourself. But remember, not everyone's on social when you are. Not everyone's watching all the time, although you will have, certain stalkers who love your content. But remember that whenever you get a question, put it on your notepad. Go make a story about it. Go make a post about it. You're informing people so you don't get objections anymore.
Awesome. That's great. We're right about out of time. So there's so many more questions I could ask you and so much more we could dig into. For everybody that's watching this from my personal team, so tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, we have our fireside chat. Shelley has agreed to hop on for the first 10 minutes and do a Q&A session. So once you're finished with this video and you have all these thoughts and ideas running through your heads like, oh my God, that was brilliant, or how does she actually do that? Write them down. Don't just be like, oh, I'm going to ask her that tomorrow because you'll forget. Write down a list of questions so tomorrow night we can hammer out a nice, concise 10-minute Q&A session so we're not taking up too much of her time. I appreciate you opening up your evening to hop on here in Zoom. So, guys, I hope you get some value out of this. And on a final note, Shelley and I are both independent promoters with Prove It. So I'm super excited. Great things you taught on. I'm looking forward to applying some of those to my business. And I've been more intentional since Orlando about connecting and messaging people on Instagram. And I've seen a shift in my following and things like that. So these things work, guys. Like, she didn't get a 22,000 following because she's implementing the stuff she's teaching you. So any final notes, Shelley, and we'll wrap this up.
No, I love it. You guys can do this. Literally anyone, no matter what your experience level is, can do this. I'm self-taught on everything. I'm self-taught through taking action and being super fierce about being consistent. That is for sure. Because the more consistent you are, the more you're doing and the more you're learning as you do it, right? So, and I just want to kind of drop both of our Instagram handles. So, if people will find us, they can go check us out. So I'm at Shelley with an EY, Shelley Fit Empowered Mom. And you are at?
Couch, COUCHNJ.
I love it.
Awesome, guys. Look forward to connecting with anybody that catches this video. If you've never heard of Prove It or Ketones, feel free to reach out to either of us through Instagram or however you can find us. Super exciting stuff. I can't wait to get this posted to YouTube, and I'll see you tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Nick.
Yep.
Bye, guys.